students. Today we are going to learning something about the continuation part of the Chalukyas of Badam and the Pallavas of Kanchi. The Pallavas of Kanchi. Today we are going to learning something about the Pallavas of Kanchi because we are in the previous class we already learned something about the Chalukyas of Badam. So that now we are going to learn directly to something about the Pallavas of Kanchi. Dear children, the Pallavas of Kanchi, their administration span between 350 CE to 895 CE. 895 CE. So this is what we call the administrational span of Pallavas of Kanchi. Okay, dear children, the Pallavas are the first kings of Tamil Nadu. The Pallavas are the first kings of Tamil Nadu. The Pallavas are the first rulers of Tamil Nadu. So here I am going to write a map of South India and mark the places belongs to Pallavas of Kanchi. Okay, see. Map of Pallavas of Kanchi. Bay of Bengal, Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea. So this is what we call in South India the map of Pallavas of Kanchi. See, dear children, they enjoyed a special place among the dynasties which ruled South India. The Pallavas enjoyed a special place. They enjoyed a special place. They enjoyed a special place and among the dynasties which ruled in South India. So Pallavas are the special rulers among the rulers of South India. They ruled from the 4th century to 9th century. They ruled from 4th century to 9th century. So they were going to rule more than 500 years in Tamil Nadu. See, initially, they were the officials of Shatavahanas. In beginning, they were the officials of Shatavahanas. Officials of Shatavahanas initially. And later, when the Shatavahana dynasty defeated or declined, so the Pallavas declared themselves kings of their territory. After the decline of Shatavahanas, they became independent and they were going to declare themselves as the kings of their territory. So after that, Shivaskanda was the first king of this dynasty. Shivaskanda. Shivaskanda was the first ruler. So, he was the founder of Pallava dynasty. He was considered as the founder of Pallava dynasty. And the Pallavas and Kadambas harbored perpetual enmity towards each other. Pallavas and Kadambas harbored perpetual enmity towards each other. And later on, Mahendravarma of the Pallava dynasty, Pulakeshi II of Chalukya dynasty defeated Mahendravarma. Pulakeshi II of Badami Chalukya's dynasty was defeated Pallava ruler Mahendravarma of the dynasty. Narasimhavarma first, who came later, was the most famous Pallava rulers. Who? Narasimhavarma first. Mahendravarma was defeated by Pulakeshi II. And later, Narasimhavarma was a famous ruler. Narasimhavarma first was famous ruler of this dynasty. Narasimhavarma first. And later, who came the Chalukyas by defeating Pulakeshi II and capturing Vatapi. These during acts won him the titles of Mahamalla or Vatapi Kunda. Mahamalla or Vatapi Kunda. Mahamalla or Vatapi Kunda. Why he had earned this title? Because Narasimhavarma, who conquered on Pulakeshi II of Chalukyas of Badami, and he won it, and he captured the province of Chalukyas called Vatapi, so that he had the title Mahamalla or Vatapi Kunda. And later on, Yuan Sang had visited Kanchi. During his reign, Narasimhavarma built a city on the sea coast near Kanchi and named it Mahabalipuram. So, he had constructed the city Mahabalipuram. Who constructed Mahabalipuram? Mahabalipuram. Kanchi. and captured the Vatapi. So he earned the title Vatapi Kunda or Mahamalla, and also was constructed one beautiful city nearby Kanchi. That is even today very famous town called Mahabalipuram. That is a coast near sea coast, Mahabalipuram. So many monolithic temples were built by him there. Monolithic Ekashila Vigraha. And during the region of Aparajita, Pallava, Aditya of the Chola dynasty put an end of the Pallava rule. Aparajita, Pallava and Aditya of the Chola dynasty put an end to Pallava's rule. So in this way, Pallava dynasty became a decline by the Aditya of Chola dynasty. Aditya of Chola dynasty. Aditya. Chola dynasty put an end of Pallavas of Kanchi. So Kanchi was the capital city of Pallavas. And nearby Kanchi, Narasimhavarma I, who built one sea coast city called Mahabalipuram, where he built so many monolithic statues. So this is what we call introductional aspects of Pallavas of Kanchi. See, Pallavas of Kanchi, their administration spanned between 350 CE to 895 CE. The Pallavas are the kings of the first in Tamil Nadu. They enjoyed a special place in South India, and they were ruled between 4th century to 9th century. In beginning, they were the officials of Shatavahanas, and Shivaskanda was the founder of this dynasty and also first ruler. Later, Mahendra Varma, another successor of Shivaskanda Varma, was defeated by Pulakeshi II. Later, his son Narasimha Varma I was a famous ruler and defeated Pulakeshi II and captured Vatapi. So he had earned the title Mahamalla or Vatapi Konda. And later he was constructed one beautiful sea coast city called Mahabalipuram near Kanchi. Later, Ajika Pallava and Aditya of Chola dynasty put an end for their rule. So this is what we call initial aspects of the Pallavas of Kanchi. Later, we are going to know something about the contributions of Pallavas. The contributions of Pallava. What are the contributions? ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳು ಪಲ್ಲವ ಸಾಮ್ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳು ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು? ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡುಗೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತಕ್ಕೆ ನೀಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? See, dear children, they introduced systematic administration in Tamil Nadu. They had introduced systematic Tamil Nadu. See, dear students, this is the first thing of their contributions. They had introduced very systematic administration system in Tamil Nadu state. Their contributions are significant in literature, religion, art, architecture, and education. When the Chalukyas regained in Vatapi and the Pallavas in Kanchi, it was the heroic age in South India. It was the heroic age in South India. Their kingdom was strong and organized. Their kingdom was strong and organized. Was strong and organized. They had given a lot of contributions to literature, art, architecture, so that the period we call it as heroic period in the South India. The period known as heroic period. Heroic period in South India. Heroic period in South India. And later there were ministers and provincial officers had been appointed. The kingdom had been divided into Mandala, Nadu, Grama. The kingdom divided into Mandala, Nadu, and Grama. See, these three are decentralization of powers. They were going to divide their kingdom into three different types. One is Mandala, another one is Nadu, and another one is Grama. And the Grama Sabha dealt with the problems of the village. Grama Sabha dealt with the problems of the village and administration. Grama Bojaka, who looked at the village administration. Grama Bojaka. Grama Bojaka, who was looked at the administration. And Grama Sabha was the administration body of villages. And the Pallavas encouraged both and Sanskrit and also Tamil. Kanchi was the center of Sanskrit education. Kanchi was the center of Sanskrit education and literature. Bharavi, the author of Kirata Arjuneya, Bharavi, the author of Kirata Arjuneya, and Dandi, the author of Dashakumara Charita, and or the poets in the Pallavas court. King Mahendravarma himself wrote a social drama, Matta Vilasa Prahasana. Mahendravarma himself wrote one social drama called Matta Vilasa Prahasana, and a book, Bhagavad-Ujjika, a book called Bhagavad-Ujjika. The Pallavas encouraged all religions. The Pallavas encouraged all religions. They were going to encourage all the religions in Tamil Nadu. And the early Pallava kings were Buddhist. The early Pallava rulers were Buddhist. They were followers of Buddhism. The great scholar of Nalanda University, Dharmapala. I already told you the famous scholar in Nalanda University. His name Dharmapala was born in Kanchi. Dharmapala was born in Kanchi. Since Mahendravarma was a follower of Jainism. See, dear children, Mahendravarma, follower of Jainism. There were many Jains in the kingdom. This age witnessed the rise of Bhakti movement. This age very witnessed to rise of Bhakti movement. It also supported to the renaissance of Vedic religion. Renaissance of Vedic religion. So, slokas were written in Tamil. These have become treasure of Tamil literature. Slokas were written in Tamil language. These have been even today we called as treasure of Tamil literature. So that the Pallavas were lovers of art and architecture. The Pallavas were lovers of art and architecture. They were the lovers of art and architecture. So that they built temples, so many temples in their kingdoms, which are noteworthy for their artistic skills. The Pallava architecture can be classified into temples that have carved out of stone and temples with structural pattern. Carved temples and structural pattern. Many temples carved in rocks can be seen in Mahabalipuram. Wonderful monolithic sculptures have been carved in these temples. All these temples tells the stories from Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita. The famous Pancharatnas, the famous monolithic temples. The carving of Arjuna's meditations emerged as an excellent work of art. The excellent work of art. The temples of Kailasanath, Ekambaranath and Vaikunta Perumal, Kanchi, where we observed that a beautiful temples called Kailasanatha temple, Ekambaranatha temple and Vaikunta Perumal temples at Kanchi and the coastal temple at Mahabalipuram were excellent, extremely of ancient Indian architecture. The best examples of their skills have been observed in these temples. And later on, the temples became centers of religious and artistic activities. The temples became centers of religious and artistic activities. Rural folk gathered in the courtyard of temples in the evening, discussed many issues. The people came here during their leisure hours and they listened to the Puranas or song and devotional songs also. In this manner, the temples became a social and educational activity centers. So the Pallavas had a good naval force. They had a good naval force. They have a good naval force, navy. And merchants and trade rulers with South Asian countries like Malaya, Indonesia and some other nations, the Pallavas had maintained their trade activities. And we can see the influence of Indian languages and faiths and traditions and culture in those countries even today. So all these things that influenced Pallavas in nearby countries called Malaya and Indonesia, where we observe even today the culture, Indian culture and Indian languages and Indian tradition, etc. So this is what we call the contributions of Pallavas of Kanchi. So are you understand all those things, dear children? I hope that you understand all those things. See, dear children, today we already discussed something about Pallavas of Kanchi and their initial activities and the founder and the famous ruler Pancras Narasimhavarma first, his achievements, and later we know something about contributions of Pallava dynasty. So these are all the today's aspects of lesson. Okay, so this is the lesson what we call the Chalukyas of Badami and the Pallavas of Kanchi. So here this is completed and remaining things will be discussed on tomorrow's class. And now I am going to give some activities to you. Please note down. I am going to dictate to you. Okay, write down. Activity number 1. Discuss in groups the contributions of the Chalukyas to Kannada language. Shall I repeat the question once again? Discuss in groups the contributions of Chalukyas to Kannada language. And second one is learn about Tripadis from your Kannada teacher and by reading Kannada books. Once again I will repeat. Learn about Tripadis from your Kannada teachers and by reading Kannada books. And third one is pay a visit to Kanchipuram and Mahabalipuram in Tamil Nadu. Pay a visit to Kanchipuram and Mahabalipuram. These three are activities for you. And now I am going to give a project. Number 1 is pay a visit to a place of historical importance and collect information about it. Pay a visit to a place of historical importance and collect information about it. And another one is draw pictures of temples, collect pictures and form an album. Draw a pictures of temple, collect pictures and form of an album. So these are all the projects for you. And now I am going to give some questions also for your exercise activity. Question number 1 is, how did the Pallavas encourage Sanskrit and Tamil? How did Pallavas encourage us to Sanskrit and Tamil? First question. Second one is, name the Pallava kings who ruled from Kanchi. Name the Pallava kings who ruled from Kanchi. Okay, these are all the 2 questions for your exercise activity. So, dear students, I hope that you all understand all those things about the unit of the Chalukyas of Badami and Pallavas of Kanchi. Okay, remaining things will be discussed on tomorrow's class. So that I am stopped here. Okay, you are all watched my videos carefully and understand all those things. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Anand.